What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the collaboration here. Me, Amedeo, my friend Chris Mayer here. We're going to talk some Flyers since we're at the midway point.
50 games. 50
Games.
games. You got 32 left. All right. We're not like we're over halfway. We're like, what is this? 9 games? Yeah, 9 games over halfway. But we're at the All-Star break.
All-Star. I count All-Star break as halfway, not the literal halfway point.
Yeah, so do I. Who do you think's been like number one? But don't throw this as like do an like offense and defense. Like who do you think's been number one on both?
Both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so offense, I am going to. Oof, that's a tough one. It's a tough one, but it also should be very obvious. I'm going to go with Travis Konechny.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a tough one, but it's also very obvious because Travis Konechny, we all know he's having his quote-unquote breakout year.
Yeah.
He's been one of the more dynamic offensive players on the forward core, and he's showcasing that he could be a star in the league. Hence, he's an all-star this year.
Right.
His offensive game is starting to break out more, getting more consistency with Claude Giroux, Sean Couturier, all those people, and playing with guys like James Van Riemsdyk, showing like he can have confidence with a lot of players. And I think the one thing that he just needs to improve on is just, I would say, utilizing his speed more and not being afraid to, I guess, make something happen, because I feel like he hesitates a little too much, and that's something he has to get out of his habit.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do agree with you. I think one of the best things too about connecting is like that game against Montreal, he was the only one, like it was me or like every whistle he was always up in someone's grill. He was like always like trying to chirp him and stuff like that. Like he's just got that like intensity in his game that like he just doesn't care what anyone thinks about him. Like he'll just go out and show it. And I mean just like you said, I mean he plays good with just about everyone he's with. He was phenomenal with Lindblom, obviously, before Lindblom was diagnosed with cancer and stuff. And I think, I mean, he has 43 points in 49, or no, something like that. It's like he had last year he had like a total of 49 points. This year he has 43 with like 32 games left.
He's tied with Couturier right now with like 42 points.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw they had like the top 5 thing from NHL.com, and Van Riemsdyk was 5 with 29.
Wow,
that's crazy too, because like
it's funny how there's just no, I would say, one guy driving the offense. Like, yeah, a couple years ago it was Claude Giroux getting that 102-point season.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Claude Giroux is on the downward side of his career. Yeah, he's on the wrong side of 30, but I feel like not all the pressure is on him to produce offensively right now, but Alain Vigneault definitely does want more out of him. I think especially since Alain Vigneault called out guys like Voracek and Drew, I think Voracek has answered the bell a little bit more on the offensive side. I think Drew still has that level to get to. And I feel like maybe this break will help Claude Giroux out a lot. Yeah. I know we talked about this like on our podcast when we talked to Shawnee Hill, when he was talking about Claude Giroux, how after this break he expects Giroux to be probably the leader of the offense, to start to break out in his offensive slump, I guess you would say it is.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just think Giroux has to shoot more. I mean, like that game against, I mean, there's been many games, but I feel like that game against St. Louis a couple weeks ago, he was so hesitant to shoot the puck. And it's not just that game. I mean, there's been other games. I mean, on the power play, I mean, yeah, we've talked about it many times. He's basically forced to make a pass. And yeah, it works maybe like 10% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, I just think the biggest thing is with Giroux is that it's like he wants to play wing, but they need him at center right now.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah, like he was put at center against the Kings, and it's weird seeing him at center because he's thrived so much at the wing offensively, and like the different line mates and everything. That's definitely like done a lot for him. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's played with. Oh God, I couldn't even he's played with Hayes, he's played with Couturier, Konechny, Van Riemsdyk, Voracek.
A lot of people.
Yeah, he's played with just about everyone you can think of. Michael Raffle. He was out there with Pitlick the other night for a little bit of the Penguins game. I mean, he's literally played with everyone.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I just think I think Giroux will have more offensive success on the power play, and all they have to do is move to the left side. We've been saying it all year.
That's the one thing that's killing his offensive game, because he thrives on the power play, and you got a struggling power play. No wonder why he can't get points.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the power plays dropped to like 17th too.
Yeah, the power play
So
is very abysmal.
yeah, it's more like it was good. It was like top 10 for a while. Like in the beginning of the season, it was good, and then everyone was paying really close attention to the numbers because the numbers were really good.
Hmm.
Like in the beginning, they were like 4 for 5, 4 for 6 at sometimes. And I think the one game, uh, it was against LA. I think they were perfect for the season. It was either LA or St. Louis. I can't remember. They were 3 for 3 on the penalty kill and 2 for 2 on the power play.
I think that was against Los Angeles.
It was against LA, yeah. Um, but like that was the only time all season, and I know the other time that they came close was I think the home opener.
Hmm. Definitely.
They were yeah, the penalty kill was 5 for 5, and the power play was I think 1 for 2 or 2 for 3. I know there was
Hmm.
one time they didn't score though, but like the special teams has dipped so much, and like I'm gonna give credit where credit's due because Terrian's probably done everything to change it up, but it has been working. No, it's still a work in progress. But like, I think it's different too, and we're not used to it because we were so used to the other power play. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like, I don't blame Tarian for everything. I think it's half the players, half Tarian. I mean, Tarian
I've
is the
heard,
one that puts them in the positions, and the
I've
players are the
read
one that have to put the
I've
goals.
read that
So
Fletcher also had a say in the power play because I remember something on Twitter saying that Fletcher might have had a say in it because he thought that Drew on the left side, he thought the power play was like more didn't play as good when Drew was on the left side or something like that. I think that was from last season when Fletcher first came in.
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I could see that. Well, last year I could see that, but I mean, I don't know because like I guess I don't mind Giroux on the left hand side or on the right hand side if they have another right handed guy on the left.
It's the fact that it takes away from Drew. It takes away his one timer, which is very effective and
Yeah.
hasn't really been utilized in a while, and it takes away the room for him to pass the puck because he literally has to literally do a 360 just to pass the puck to either a defenseman or
Yeah.
and then you got a
He's
guy
always
in
in like an
shape.
awkward position too to
Hmm.
receive a pass because he's right handed.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, but like so they got this game against Pittsburgh coming up. What do you what are you thinking here?
uh, Before we get into Pittsburgh, we went on the dwindle of Claude Giroux for so long. I forgot to give my defensive player the half season for the Flyers.
Oh yeah. This is dude, this is just like the podcast. We literally just
Go off
start
topic.
yeah, we go off topic so like that. We do it all
So,
the time.
so
It's
goes
hard.
to my.
It's hard because I
It
can
is
sit here
hard.
and talk about this for like 4 hours.
Oh, definitely. So can I. So I would say defensive player of the year just won't go off topic at all. It's Ivan Provorov for me because the kid's a stud.
Yeah.
He's definitely bounced back from his last season's struggles. He's proven that he can chip in offensively. He's a stud defensively. He can play a ton of minutes when you can rely on him.
Right.
And
He's been like ice
he's
time leader on defense since I think
since he's
16, 17, his rookie
yes,
year.
since he's been a rookie
Hmm.
basically, and he's going to be a stud for years to come. And
Yeah.
that contract that Fletcher signed him to, that's gonna look like nothing in a few years from now.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly I think that was one of Fletcher's best moves.
Same thing with Konechny.
Yeah, that was a good con. I mean, I don't know. At the beginning of the season, I thought they overpaid for connecting a little bit, and that was only because they wanted him in there. But now
Hmm.
I think about it, I'm like, never mind. But like for my offensive player, I'd have to say Couturier
Good
because
choice. Good
Coots
choice.
does everything that you need him to. I mean, he can score goals, he can set up the power play, he's excellent defensively,
Hmm.
very good penalty killer, good skater. He plays with good line mates. He makes everyone around him better. He's one of them stick it guys. You stick someone with him. They did it with Voracek. They did it with Van Riemsdyk, and they both kind of started to come up a little bit.
And also,
Voracek's been better.
yeah, that also goes to your point. He was first place in the mid-season award rankings for the Selke Trophy by the Hockey Writers Association.
I can't wait for the fan voting to ruin that.
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna be great.
Does fan voting implement that?
I think, yeah.
I don't think it does.
It
I think
doesn't?
that I think that's all the Hockey Writers Association. I don't think fan voting goes into the awards at all. Because if
Really?
fan voting went into the awards, Connor McDavid would win the Hart Trophy every year. Patrice Bergeron would win the Selke every year.
Yeah, true.
Norris Trophy, I have no idea who would win the Norris Trophy every year. Goaltending, who would be the best goaltender every single season? Probably Sergei Bobrovsky.
Probably.
If
Or someone like Merz Lincoln's.
Yeah, fan voting would be terrible for the NHL awards, and I think it's mainly a Hockey's Writers Association thing.
See, I didn't know that because I know there's what's the one thing that's fan voting?
The All-Star Game, I think, is fan voted.
Yeah, I knew that, but I'm trying to
I
think.
don't. I'm not sure what else. I don't think there's any award that's fan voted.
Okay. All right, well, get off that. Defensive player. I'm gonna have to go with Provorov's partner, Matt Niskanen. He's been a stud. He's been insane, and I think the biggest thing that helps out Provorov with that too is the fact that Provorov knows he can jump up more into the rush because he knows he has Niskanen back. Niskanen is a very good defenseman in the corners. Very good. He literally will break up any play, and to me he reminds me of like a more flexible Justin Braun where he's physical, but he can move the puck pretty well, and he's a lot faster.
Definitely.
Braun just kind of has like that awkward, like he's just like it just doesn't look like he's played hockey once in his life. Yeah,
he's just there.
Yeah, but I like don't get me wrong, I love Braun. I think he's been great all season. I don't think there's been anything bad about him. I don't think there's been anything spectacular though.
Honestly, off defense, I would go for goaltending. I know people are going to hate me for this, but I would say I think Brian Elliott. This is not a knock on Carter Hart. I think Brian Elliott has been a better goaltender.
So do I, and I think the biggest thing with that too is just because Elliott's put more consistent with numbered games and everything like that.
I know the numbers for Elliott don't show it because of he's been in a lot of games where they've
been on the road.
They were on the road and the Flyers didn't play defense in front of him. But I think Elliott has had more of the road starts this season, and he has many road games where he's bailed them out tons of times and stole the game for them.
Yeah, I think he's maybe played like 5 or 6 home games.
Yeah, and I think he's like 12-5-3.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, for a backup goalie, that's 32, I believe, 32, 33, something like that. And coming off the injury he had last year, and plus his contract is pretty good too. I would love for him to come back.
Definitely.
I would love for them to resign. He's been great.
Mm-hmm.
He's been amazing. And I definitely agree with you too. My goalie would definitely be Elliott. And again, it's not a shot at Hart. He's been great too, and he's been there when the Flyers needed him. It's just one, he's been injured twice, and it's like
he doesn't play good on the road right now.
No, and it's not all his fault. The defense is really never in front of him when they're on the road. Hence why Elliott has to come in.
But it feels like when they're at home, and his home numbers, we all know the splits, but Hart at home feels like when the team makes a mistake, he's there to stop it.
Exactly.
On the road, when the team makes a mistake, he feels like he's not there to stop it.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird because like they just have a collapse on the I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what, but I mean I think we've hit it a couple times. I mean I'm thinking it's more of a mental thing, but like I just had something in my head I was gonna say, and I literally can't remember it. Oh, home team. We are the. Do you know we're the best home team in the league right now?
Yes.
I think they're tied for it. They're 17. Yeah, they're 17-4-4.
Good.
Tied with St. Louis.
Can you bring that road record up?
Yeah, please? What are they? 13-2.
Something like that.
Yeah, they stink on the road.
That's where this freaking after the All-Star break comes in. They play a lot of Eastern Conference opponents. I think they barely played the Western Conference at all in the second half.
They play like 3 Western Conference teams. It's like the Avalanche, the Stars, and the Predators. And the Stars and Predators are in April.
And they gotta beat these. I know the Flyers' record has proven better against the Eastern Conference opponents. They've sucked against the Western Conference this year, and maybe that's a better sign for the Flyers, but they got tough games. They got Pittsburgh coming up again on the road after the break. They're going to play Washington again. They're going to play who just can't stop winning for some reason. I don't know why Columbus keeps winning. It's just
it's sort of the good coaching, and they're getting the goaltending too.
Yeah, sadly. It's just like all the things that can happen to Columbus. Everything. Panarin leaves them. Bobrovsky leaves them. Duchesne leaves them. Dzingel leaves them. All these players leave them, and they didn't start out the hottest this season, but they for some reason the goaltenders that they bring up for some reason just do good.
It's so annoying because that's been like the Flyers' problem for forever. Besides Carter Hart, that's literally been the problem. Yeah. Like, oh my god, dude. Like I don't even. it's literally it's all, dude. Like they're like, as much as I can't stand Tortorella, he's a fabulous coach. He's
Oh yeah,
crazy
yeah.
at sometimes, but he's just
No, I love John Tortorella. I know he's a good coach, but I just like,
yeah.
can this team not win? Can they just stop?
It's it's just annoying because like everyone like it was just like, all right, now like in the beginning we really only had to worry about a couple teams, and it was like the Hurricanes and the Islanders, and we
Yes.
were above the Penguins,
Hmm.
and then they just got hot,
And the
and
Penguins
they're
got
still
really
hot
hot,
now.
and the Islanders, they're still playing like the Islanders, even though they hit a little bit of a bump in the road. The Hurricanes, they're still playing good, and the
And
Blues,
it's like the Flyers are playing good.
yeah,
Like
they're stuck in a terrible division.
they are, they
It's just
really
not
are.
winning.
Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate because if they were in the Atlantic,
If
or
they were in the
they could have been in
Pacific, they'd be
any
in
other
first
division,
place.
they'd be fine. They'd
They'd be in
literally be
first
fine.
place in the Pacific.
Yeah, Vancouver is what, like 58 points?
So yes,
Hmm.
that's the bad part. Oh,
And then isn't it like second through like fifth is tied, like
think
57?
so. Think so.
And then the teams under that are like the Ducks, Kings, and Sharks, and they have like I think close of them, most of
Eh.
them don't even have 45 points.
They're not
What
like
happened to them?
they're not like the Detroit Red Wings who have like 27 points.
Have you seen their I think it's their home record?
Yeah, isn't it terrible?
They have like four. I don't know if it's the opposite, whether they have 4 wins on the road or 4 wins at home, but it's awful. It doesn't
Feel
matter what one it is, it's awful.
I feel bad for the season ticket holders, even though I think they know the rebuild was coming, so they didn't expect it to be this terrible. But
No.
basically tanking for that first overall pick, which they're probably not going to win the draft lottery because luck.
Dude, the lottery is ridiculous. I hate that. I hate
The
the lottery.
Devils are going to win the lottery again. It's just fate. But
Yeah, it's either gonna be the Devils or Arizona, and they're probably gonna make the playoffs.
maybe because Taylor Hall is not on the Devils anymore, maybe they won't win the lottery. I think it's the Taylor Hall curse. That
It might
would
be.
just hopefully. Man,
It's
This video has gone on for a while. We did not expect it to be this long, but I guess we should go to. Do you think this team makes the playoffs in the end?
Yes, I do.
Who do you
I
think
think
falls
it's
down? Because at this point, I don't see the Flyers getting into that division spot unless like a team like the Islanders start to struggle and we start to get hot. But it's basically going to be a wild card team. It's going to be either Carolina or Columbus. It's one of those two.
honestly I'm saying Carolina. I
Carolina.
I don't see Columbus do. I mean, I don't know. I really don't see Columbus actually moving. I don't.
The one I would say for both teams, Columbus, yes, they have been insanely hot, but they have to come back down to earth so far, and I think that isn't due to goaltending coming
Yeah.
back down to earth. The same
Mhm.
thing with Carolina; they're still a good team. I don't trust Peter Mrazek at all because he's Peter Mrazek, and I know James Reimer has been a good backup for them, but I still just don't trust him when the time comes. And
Who's their other goalie? Do they have another goalie?
it's Mrazek and James Reimer.
Just Mrazek and Reimer. I thought they had another goalie.
It's
Oh, I'm
those
thinking of
two.
Columbus. They have 3 goalies. Yeah.
Yeah, Columbus has 3 goaltenders.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of hockey left to be played, and we hit this the other night with Shawnee too. Like, they have Columbus twice, and Florida twice, and then the Islanders once in a span of like, dude, I think it's like 2 weeks.
Win your games against Columbus, win your games against Florida.
Well, they've proven they can beat all of them.
Hmm.
I mean, they didn't beat the Islanders, but they were pretty damn close.
They beat Columbus once, and they didn't beat Florida the one time. They'd be
They
like,
beat Columbus twice,
oh,
at
yeah, they
home
did.
and away.
Oh yeah, I forgot they played Columbus on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago.
That was the day before Thanksgiving, I think.
Mhm.
27th.
That's why I don't remember it.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Dude, the season's going by so quick.
Sadly, it is. Sadly, it is.
I'm thinking like, oh, it's January, and then I hit like whenever I hit March, I just get depressed and like, there's just gonna be no hockey until like it's June and then it's over. I'm like, damn it.
Well, you better hope the Flyers make it until June. Which, in real retrospect, I don't think the Flyers go that. If they make the playoffs, I don't think they go that far. I think they could at least go a second round at best. The only way they go to the Stanley Cup Finals is if they get insanely hot.
Dude,
That is
they
the
could
only
beat any
way.
team in the first round.
Yeah.
Whenever they start to face an Atlantic Division team, whether it's Tampa, Boston, Toronto, Florida, I don't care who it is. I don't see them winning. If they win, it's at least 7 games. At
Maybe.
least. I don't see them. Oh my God, dude, I don't even know. I mean, but honestly, like, why do we even say that? Because they've played good against these teams. Not so much Florida. They've only played them once. They beat the season series with Toronto. They played pretty good with Tampa. They've beaten Boston twice.
That's that's the thing when it comes to the playoffs for me. I don't go by regular season stats whatsoever because they
Yeah,
are
it's a whole
meaningless.
it's a
They are
whole different
meaningless.
ball game. Yeah, I
So
mean, it
whatever you
stats
did in the
when like
regular, Tampa destroyed Columbus last year in the regular season, and look what Columbus did to them in the
yeah,
playoffs.
exactly. And same thing with the Capitals in Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's basically like you play 82 games of a preseason,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then
The playoffs are the real deal.
yeah, the playoffs is when the real season starts. But I don't know. Do you see them making the playoffs?
I would see them barely getting in.
Same. If I see them getting in, it's barely. It's like second
It's
to
a, I
last game or something like
I
that.
would say it's gonna be one of those situations where it comes down to the last game of the season. Three teams still have yet to make the playoffs because of the wild card race. The
Or
Flyers will
one of
get
them has to lose or something, and the Flyers have to win. Yeah,
Flyers will get in and they will get the first wild card spot.
yeah,
I think Columbus falls out because they will hit a brick wall.
yeah. I could. I mean, really, I could see both teams, but if I lead towards anyone, I don't know. I mean, I can see both teams, but I'm gonna stick with Carolina.
Well, we'll see that in the foreseeable future. And like I said, this video is getting longer. I did not expect this video to go this long. So,
Did you?
do you want to do the honors, Chris, of closing this video out?
Yeah, but we should mention Konechny's in the fastest skater.
Oh yeah, he is in the fastest skater. Sadly, that's the only competition he's playing in. Sadly.
It's basically the competition of try to beat Connor McDavid.
Yes. And also, do you expect Sean Couturier to win the Selkie since he won the midseason polls?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I think it's a different year, and I think if he's leading with something 32 games left, I think he's got a good chance because I just can't see Bergeron winning again.
According
I
to the voters, it's between Couturier, Bergeron, and O'Reilly again.
Yeah, I saw that. I hope it's Couturier. I would love to see Couturier get it, but
Definitely. He
I don't know.
deserves it.
He does. He's deserved it for the last like 2 years.
Hmm.
Maybe some even argue longer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. We're probably going to be doing these again at some point. We kind of figured we'd throw something out before the game because it is a while until Flyers hockey, and I've been itching myself, trying to watch a game at some point because there's no hockey until Friday. So, well, tomorrow. But it's not really hockey, though. I don't really count that as hockey. It's the All-Star game and the skills competition. But anyways, so we hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember, check out our podcast. Those links, they're on both of our channels. You can check it out on Spotify. It's Flyer Podcast, and then on iTunes as well. You can follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and then our Facebook page as well. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.
Goodbye.